And the stream has started. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of Entab Presents CampusCare Debate, an online platform where the schools of cross India head to head with each other and battle it out to who knows the most on curbing topics related to education and society. But before I begin, let me quickly introduce you to Entab. We are a 20-year-old IT company engaged in providing mature and futuristic school ERP, CRM, and mobile apps to the schools spread across India and helping transforming them from good schools to great ones. Today's session is going to be very exciting. It is not only going to be about the debate competition, but also the winners of our yoga competition will be announced during the debate. So, if you want to know which three lucky subscribers won the yoga competition, then stick around for the debate. They will be announced in between the debate. So ना आगे ना पहले पूरा देखिए program को. And if in case you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so and click on that bell icon to stay regularly updated. So चलते हैं हमारे jury members के पास. Let me quickly introduce you to the jury of the show. First up, we have Kavitha ma'am. She's the principal of Jubilee International School. By mistake, ma'am. Sorry. Jubilee International School. And just few words of encouragement from ma'am. Ma'am, all yours.
Thank you. Good evening to my fellow jury member and good evening to all the children here. Looking forward to some great, exciting comments and arguments that will be put forth across. Very best to all of you. What I look at is originality. So try to keep your points original and a little bit of wit and enthusiasm. I think you all know the norms that is asked in a debate. So all the very best. I'm really what I am looking forward to in this session is what, according to you, school-going children, is conventional job and what is an unconventional job. So all the very best. Looking forward to a great session.
That's right. And next up, we have Alka ma'am. She's the principal of Mayoor School, Noida. Alka ma'am, all yours.
Well, good evening. Good evening to Kavitha ji and, of course, all these young, debaters, orators who probably had read Mark Antony, wherein in Julius Caesar, wherein he changes the complete psyche of the mob and changes them against, the Brutus and his compatriots. So, see, oratory skills, I believe, can change the mindset of people, and oratory skills is what makes you different than the others. And of course, that's the true quality of a leader. And like Kavitha ji pointed out, I'm also looking forward to knowing from you all conventional versus unconventional. And I am also looking for a great, well researched argument by each one of you. And my mantra to my students has always been speak with honesty, think with sincerity, and act with integrity. Well, all the best, and looking forward and debating. I always refuse to all other things to be the judge, but debating has always been close to my heart since I have also been an English teacher and I have been preparing students all my life. So, looking forward to a wonderful session. I would say debating session, war of words.
Yes.
So, back to you.
Thank you so much, Alka ma'am. Very poised words and very motivating words as well. So, let me also inform you about the rules of the show and about the scoring. So, those who are watching us on YouTube and contestants as well. So, the first rules would be you'll each get 2 minutes to speak on the topic, and your speech shall not exceed 3 minutes. For example, 2 minutes you give your speech, and 1 minute would be for interjection. If in case you've taken up all the 3 minutes, then I won't go with interjection. After you finish the speech, the floor will be open for interjection, and interjector is allowed only one question per contestant. Cross questioning is not allowed. Speaking out of turn or any misbehavior can lead to immediate disqualification. The decision by the jury and by the audience will be deemed final. See, you know what I did there? Alright. So now let me tell you about the scoring. तो आप बच्चों को जो स्कोर है वो naturally 50% of the score would be dependent by the jury, right? जो Kavitha ma'am and Alka ma'am how they score you, rest 50% would be dependent by the audience. So आपके जितने ज़्यादा audience आपको marks देगी उसका average निकाल के will put calculate the marks of each and every student. So make sure maximum comment audience and also those audience members by the way who are our subscribers will be counted. Otherwise no some random comment will not be counted. And this debate, three lucky winners, first, second, and third winners, not lucky winners. First, second, and third winner will get prizes up to 5,000 rupees. So, congratulations. This is something which we have recently started. So, best of luck, boys and girls. Best of luck, ladies and gentlemen. I shall introduce our first contestant of the day, and it is for the motion conventional versus unconventional jobs. So, from for the motion, the first student is Mahveen Fatima from Glendale Academy, Hyderabad. Mahveen, the stage is all yours,
Greetings.
darling.
Let's begin with understanding the simple logic. Not everyone is confident. Not everyone is willing to risk it. Not everyone will be successful in doing it, and not everyone are ready to face it. Yes, unconventional jobs. They are similar to shooting an arrow in the dark. It may hit the target or may not. Many skilled people may be capable of hitting it. Few people are stable enough to risk it, but majority of the people can't gamble everything for that one chance. Conventional work environments are structured, orderly environments. Conventional people like structure and order in their lives. Through my speech, I would like to deliver three key points which will convince you that conventional jobs are far more crucial than unconventional jobs. Firstly, unlike unconventional jobs, these traditional jobs have a laid out path for you to work on. You know exactly what qualifications and expectations you are required to fulfill. Unconventional jobs, however, deprive you from that utility and vision. There is no proper foundation and mentors ahead of you, so it is quite likely that you will feel disoriented and might give up. Secondly, we must observe that there are people out there who prefer a 9 to 5 job for a secure and systematic life. Conventional jobs provide people with that security, that promise of progress, and that happiness of receiving agreed amount at the end of the month. This element of certainty and utility is forfeit in unconventional jobs. Lastly, this point conveys reality. Unconventional jobs simply cannot exist without conventional jobs. Unconventional jobs again require conventional tasks to be performed. You will still need labor, you will still require an accountant or a software engineer for your organization to work. In conclusion, unconventional jobs bring variety and creativity to the table. However, they cannot replace our good old conventional jobs. Even if people wanted to go for unconventional jobs, they don't always have the resources, time, or courage for it. And the fear of failure is not something everyone is ready to face the responsibilities over their shoulders. With that being said, I rest my case. Thank you for listening patiently.
Thank you so much, Waheen. And I shall open the floor for interjection now. And who would like to interject? I saw Kanishk raising his hand. Anybody else? Nobody else? All right, Kanishk, you could interject. Please do so.
Yes. I agree to your point, Fatima, but in conventional jobs, the rate of satisfaction seen in the people is less. I mean, in a survey, most of the 70% of people working in conventional are highly unsatisfied by their work. I mean, if their boss or their manager asks them to uh, work overtime, then they would just feel it like a burden. But whether in unconventional jobs, which people are doing by their choice, in that job, if their boss asks them to work more, they would just say that let give us more work, we will do it. We are satisfied.
Excuse me, Julie, can the contestant please concise his question? I think it was more of a speech.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. What was the question? Kanish?
Yes, I was saying that the rate of satisfaction is yet less in these conventional jobs. What about that? Because most of the people working in conventional are not satisfied by their jobs. They are working just like that.
Okay.
All right.
So his question is about the satisfaction basically. People with conventional jobs are not satisfied with the jobs and everything.
Thank you for the question. Through my speech, I have stated already that there is depression of, there is depression and you feel disoriented. That is for unconventional jobs. Because of unconventional jobs, you don't have a layout in front of you and you have no mentors to guide you. So you don't know what to do. You're confused and conflicted, and that leads to a mental state of confusion. Not conventional jobs. They might be sad, but they're happy to achieve that promised amount of money at the end of the month. Hope that solves the query. Thank you so much.
Okay, I guess I'll move forward with the other contestant. The second contestant is Ayush Upadhyay from Vedant International School, Ahemdabad, Gujarat. And after Ayush, I will also announce the first winner of the yoga challenge. Ayush, the stage is all yours.
A very good evening to all my dear friends, respected teachers, and jury members. My name is Ayush Upadhyay. I am from Vedant International School, Ahmedabad. I would be talking in favor of conventional jobs. So, what is the most important thing conventional jobs provide? That is financial satisfaction. Do you know that people in India mostly are employed somewhere, but the satisfaction they get are in conventional jobs. They get a decent amount of money, as Fatima referred previously. Decent amount of money is provided to them. And the second thing is job security. According to a fact in 2021, about 67% of the people whose jobs are secured are happy with their employment and want to work there only, which also states that the efficiency of the work increases by 20%. Not only that, if you keep these things behind and talk to an unconventional employee, we will see that they are polite and like they are.
What just happened? My stream got. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Something happened with the stream. Right. Sorry. Uh, I'm so sorry, guys, for the disconnection. The stream got there was some error in the stream. I'll open the floor for an interjection. Would anybody like to interject?
I have an interjection.
Yes, Apoorv, go on.
All right, so Ayush, I'll keep my question short and crisp. People who work in conventional jobs, let's consider an occupation like being an engineer. Engineers, in the end of the day, look for employment in multinational corporations like Apple, Amazon, etc. These companies are were actually formed as unconventional jobs by the relative entrepreneurs. Don't you think that conventional jobs are highly dependent on unconventional jobs? Thank you for the question. First of all, if you think that unconventional jobs are for conventional, according to you, then can you tell me the percentage of people who are involved in the companies you talked about, like Apple and many things? If you took the percentage, you will find that only a least number of people of population of India are involved in that.
Hmm.
That's the point.
All right. So I hope that answers your question. So, well done to all the kids and everything. Now let me introduce you to the winner of the yoga day. The first lucky subscriber of the yoga day is Nawabi Nerd. I'm pretty sure that's not his real name, but that's the YouTube handle of the person. He is the first winner of our yoga challenge. So, congratulations, you win something. Please contact on the email ID that is mentioned in the comment section, and you shall have your prize. So next up we have uh, from For the Motion, Arunav Ghosh, Delhi Public School, Newtown, Kolkata. Arunav, the stage is all yours, buddy.
Good evening, judges and peers. Today I'll be speaking on behalf of conventional jobs. I'll be dividing my speech into two portions. One, the benefits of conventional jobs, and two, the negative aspects of conventional jobs. And lastly, I'll be talking about why every job that is beneficial to society should be made conventional if it already isn't. I'd like to start with the benefits of conventional jobs. Conventional jobs provide stability, security, and are also beneficial to society. And they also have an aspect of equality of opportunity. Let's start with the example of the fact that when the pandemic began, the CDC or the Center for Disease Control designated some jobs as essential to operate during the pandemic lockdown. These jobs were mostly in the medical, legal, scientific, educational, agricultural, and transport sector. Conventional jobs that are essential for our society to run day to day. Also, I believe if more people were opting for conventional jobs in the medical field and the legal field, we would not have as big as a caseload as we did during the pandemic, and we wouldn't even have such a big backlog of cases in our courts. Therefore, conventional jobs are beneficial to society and they're essential. People in conventional careers can simultaneously work in non-conventional jobs. There are lawyers, doctors, and other professionals who have become influencers, activists, and participate in civil society in a variety of ways. They have become drivers of change. Conventional jobs are important for the core sectors of the economy. Innovation in the technological and scientific field, healthcare and education, and also agriculture. These make sure that we develop our human capital and our country is self sufficient. Conventional jobs keep our country running. Bureaucrats, administrative, and enforcement agency officers make sure that there is law and order in our society. And next, I would like to talk about negative points about unconventional jobs. In most unconventional jobs, you would find yourself being an independent contractor or working in the gig economy. There is a lot of independent contractor abuse, meaning that because the work isn't standardized and there are no regulations, a lot of worker abuse happens by platforms that actually act as firms. There's a lot of abuse that freelancers have to face from client negotiation and client bullying and not being paid fair price for their work. There's also an aspect of over reliance on these platforms. There are less social protection and no benefits, such as medical or health insurance. The use of self employment statuses exacerbates many of the negative outcomes for workers beyond what is found in precarious work. Precarious work meaning work in which the boss pushes the risks of the job to the worker. And that again puts workers at risk. So, and again, in many countries, social security is connected to the standard employment contract, meaning that the steady decay of unions and stable full-time employment is a net negative outcome for workers. So, it is my belief that all jobs that contribute to society in a positive manner should be made standardized and should be made conventional if they aren't already. And most that do are conventional jobs. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Arunav. Maybe you're for the motion. You can't interject for the motion itself. I said yesterday. I said moments earlier as well. All right. Anybody from against the motion to interject? Arunav, Apoorv, Kanishk, Ayushi. Nobody. Kanishk, go on. Short and crisp. buddy?
Yes. Uh, Arunav, I would like to ask that in the conventional jobs, people may get bored due to their jobs because it's the same thing you are doing in your entire career. I would like to disagree with you. I believe, as a person who's aspiring to become a lawyer, and as someone who has worked with doctors and teachers, I think they are very excited in their job. They head to every day making a difference in their lives. Not every day is the same for them. So conventional jobs like these can be exciting and can be what you want. It matters whether you make the right decision towards that aspect or not, and that depends on the individual and not the job itself. Similarly, unconventional jobs can be highly unsatisfactory. You can find yourself many times people who cannot afford to go, get an education and become uh, doctors and lawyers, but aspire to do so, have to resort to unconventional jobs to feed their families. So, unconventional jobs aren't always being a glamorous model or a photographer. Being unconventional job could also mean working in the transport sector, for example. So, I think we shouldn't just like I provided in my speech. I don't think we should glamorize the kind of risky conditions that people have to work in unconventional jobs.
True, very true, very true. All right. Now we have against the motion, and the first contestant from against the motion is Ayushi Agarwal from Glendale, Hyderabad.
Um, Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work, Aristotle once said. Good evening to the House at large. Today I, Ayushi Agarwal from Glendale Academy, will be arguing in favor of unconventional jobs. Before I start, let us take a minute to understand what we mean by unconventional jobs. These jobs are the ones that are not chosen by anyone traditionally or even considered. Traditional jobs usually have some sort of stereotype attached to them. To attest to that fact, in how many movies have you heard parents say, "Mera beta engineer banega"? Parents push their children to become doctors or engineers because they are well tested fields. However, if everyone went for the beaten track, would we have a Bill Gates who had the courage to start an unconventional job in computers from a garage? 30 years ago, IT was not a conventional field, was it? Unconventional jobs are often reserved for the feast or for those who value intrinsic awards above anything else. These alternative vocations can provide the opportunity for people to make a living out of what they love. Satisfaction with your job is very important to your happiness, self motivation, sense of purpose, and ultimately is vital for your overall growth. I would like to refer to Hackman and Oldham's job characteristics model. It predicts that individuals are higher in job satisfaction when intrinsically motivated characteristics are present. Skill variety, task identity, and task significance influence job satisfaction. Such unconventional jobs and careers are essential for the development of human civilization. They open up new avenues for mankind. An important lesson the industry is learning from the younger generations is that passion is the driving force in pursuing a career. They tend to gravitate towards companies that have a high and evident sense of purpose like them. By choosing the unconventional career path, they bring a wide range of skills and capabilities to the table. They leverage this flexibility of talent and ability to adapt and acquire skills. In conclusion, when you do something you're passionate about, despite it being unconventional, you derive meaning and strength from within and grow exponentially. And human race would not have grown without such courage, experiments with unconventional laws. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ayushi. Just a sec, darling. I'll open the floor for interjection. Who would like to interject, Ayushi?
I would like to interject.
How can
I was for the
for
motion.
the
So
motion, right?
yeah,
All right. I
yeah.
got confused. My bad.
That's fine. So, Ayushi, you mentioned an example of an entrepreneur, Bill Gates. However, the notion refers to jobs. Entrepreneurship is another factor of production, like employment, entrepreneurship, capital, and these are all different factors of production. So we should not confuse entrepreneurship with jobs. Like that's a whole different track.
Interesting.
instead of pursuing a convention, like going into a whatever was conventional back then, Bill Gates still had the courage to follow an unconventional path. It's still a job he took. That was still his earning. That was still what he did. That was the courage that he took, and I gave that as an example to show that without that kind of courage and that kind of I would like to say, taking that step ahead, you wouldn't have a lot of great people. If we forgo Bill Gates, what about Jacques Cousteau in scuba diving? And a lot of so many people who had the courage to take a step forward into the unconventional path have given us so many new, so many new companies and so many new areas that we are able to enjoy. And I think that is very important.
Really? According to you, I shouldn't barge in between. I know, but all I'm hearing is unconventional job being an entrepreneur. What about the new jobs? Being an entrepreneur is conventional in its core sense now. Being an entrepreneur, I'm so sorry about this, guys, but being an Alka ma'am and then Kavitha ma'am, don't you concur? मैम entrepreneur कब से unconventional हो गया?
Definitely. I think she's got the definition of Ayushi. What you define as unconventional, probably you've got the idea wrong.
I refer to Bill Gates back then. So like when he was just starting out, and instead of entrepreneurship, the part that I refer to was IT. So IT
Hmm.
was unconventional
Right.
back then, and that was what he started a company. So
Very well defended. That's what I wanted to know. Good job, Ayushi. Very well defended. बाय द वे एक हमारे इंडियन पर्सपेक्टिव से मैं बताना चाहूँगा हमारे यहाँ पे बहुत बड़ी फेमस सेइंग है कि राजा के पीछे दो दोस्त होते हैं एक पंडित का और एक बनिए का इन द सेंस अ बिजनेसमैन एंड अ रिलीजियस सेक्ट पता नहीं मेरे को केस ही ना हो जाए मेरे पे ये बोलने पे रिलीजियस सेक्ट are the forces of power behind the face that you see. So entrepreneurship is conventional in its essence. It's been there for a while. But talk about unconventional stuff, guys. Come on. Where are the new jobs like being an e-sport gamer or a drone pilot? These are unconventional jobs. Pet grooming service is an unconventional job. I was flabbergasted to know for a fact that there was a stylist in Paris and she was charging $1 million to groom a pet. So these are unconventional jobs. All right, moving forward, I guess you guys will have more to say. But before I go to the next student, let me announce the second winner, second subscriber as well. Her name is Kobil Chavla, and she is the second lucky subscriber for that yoga International Yoga Day. So congratulations, and please contact the team, and please you'll get your prize. All right, so let's go to the second contestant for against the motion and that is Ayush Upadhyay. No, no, Ayush Upadhyay. Sorry, my bad. Kanishk Pandit. My bad. हो जाता है यार.
Good evening, distinguished jury members and respected viewers. Today, I, Kanishk, am here to speak against the conventional jobs because I strongly believe that now it is time to stop the old conventional 9 to 5 jobs and start something new. Some people think that unconventional jobs are nothing and are less paid. But let me clarify you, the unconventional jobs offer a lot of new things and experiences. It offers you a chance to convert your passion into your profession. In conventional jobs, you may get bored by doing the same thing on the daily basis. Whereas in unconventional jobs, you will definitely get new experiences and new things to learn each and every day. Let me clarify you that unconventional jobs are not only the ones in which you have to sit in front of a computer, but it is even much more. There are professions like data analysts, game testers, In game testing, the game testers are paid twice or thrice the amount of game developers.
Yeah.
It takes only 4 to 5 days to make a software, whereas it takes 100 or 150 days to find a bug in it and to hack it. Here comes the job of ethical hackers who protect these softwares and find the ways to improve it. The biggest example is Manan Shah of India, who is hired by many multinational companies and earns about 5 to 6 crore rupees a month. Nowadays, world is shifting towards the digital payments. In order to make these payments and these systems more sophisticated and go with ease, we need these kind of people. To entertain our kids, we even need cartoon films which are made by animators who are again working in unconventional field. Another example of the work in unconventional field which you all might not be aware of is a dog trainer, and it offers a monthly salary of about 50,000 to 70,000 a month. There are much more full-time unconventional jobs which are yet unexplored and are highly paying. I hope you all agree with my points, and thank you.
And let me tell you, you were not supposed to read from a paper. Mr. Kanishk Pandit, it's okay, no problem. You might have had some pointers. Yes, Arunav.
Yeah, so
Excuse me, I could have raised my hand prior to.
Oh, maybe you can go then. Because it's, see, I'm
May I
in
go
the
ahead?
speaker view.
Yeah. Thank you so much. The speaker has mentioned that it's time to stop 9 to 5 jobs. He is implying that conventional jobs should be stopped. But one thing, how can you stop conventional jobs and proceed with unconventional jobs when if you are going for an unconventional job, again you will require conventional workers for it. You will have to finance HR department. You will need conventional tasks to be performed again. So it's not at all possible. How can you explain yourself?
Thank you for the question. By that line, I meant to say that the stereotype thinking of the people who I would say think that only conventional jobs should be acquired or should be taken by the children or by them. And I wanted to clarify that yes, we need conventional jobs, but we don't need that much conventional jobs which people are expecting.
Um,
Uh,
does this speak?
uh,
Is the speaker implying that conventional
so
jobs
I
no
are
don't
cross
think there
will
was
replace?
supposed
questioning.
to be any cross questioning.
No cross questioning
All
here.
right, I was not satisfied with the answer. Thank you.
But
So
then,
is there time for another introduction, sir?
no. There's no time for another introduction. I already said that there's only one introduction allowed. And honest, even I see. Okay, I shouldn't get involved in this, but maybe don't you think so? That your conventional jobs are also based on unconventional jobs as well.
But we cannot replace conventional jobs with unconventional jobs because it
Nobody is
is
saying,
we can't
nobody, he
exist.
never said to replace unconventional job. He
It
just
was
said that there's
stated,
an alternative to conventional jobs, right?
yes, Chair, but it was
And
stated
both the
that
job,
it should be stopped.
no,
So
no,
that's why I pointed it
nothing
out.
can be stopped, to be honest. See, your conventional jobs are a part of the economy, right? But then unconventional jobs are also a factor which helps you provide conventional jobs. So there's a very thin line, and there's a very not a thin line, but there's a very complementary relationship and not a substitute relationship, but a complementary relationship between both of the jobs. Both of
Sir, if
them,
you don't mind, can I add something?
yeah, sure, Arunav.
Yeah, so you're talking about a complementary relationship, which obviously there is, but in my understanding, the part of the debate was which one is more important, conventional jobs or unconventional jobs. Given that the most conventional job in India would be in the agricultural sector, given that 60% of our people are employed in the agricultural sector,
Mm-hmm.
and I do believe that agriculture followed by medicine are the most essential jobs in our country. And I would say that the agricultural sector isn't appreciated enough. There isn't enough security. There isn't enough focus on the agricultural sector, and there are not enough people in the medical sector.
Why do
Maybe
you
that's
think
not
so
there.
that is? Why do you think so that is? If,
Uh, you
why
know,
do you think so that is that agriculture is not given that much of importance? Because of lack of unconventionalism. We are still following rudimentary ways of agriculture. But I'm not getting into debate. I am not the one who's going to debate, or I'm not the one who's debating. See, that is the lawyer in me which always kicks out. So, my bad. I'll go to the other contestant, and Apoorv Jaggi from Delhi Public School, Newtown, Kolkata.
Thank you. A very good evening to everyone present here today. I'm Apoorv Jaggi and I'll be speaking against the motion. In the past 15 to 20 years, the job market has rapidly changed. Jobs are now divided into conventional and unconventional jobs. Unconventional jobs, by definition, are jobs which are not based on or conforming to what is generally done or believed. Some examples of unconventional jobs are animators, interior designers, game developers, photographers, and many more. It is these people who, in turn, provide a broader horizon to people employed in conventional jobs. Entrepreneurs like Ritesh Agarwal, Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs transformed and turned over the hotel, retail, and technology industry on their heads. It is these nonconformists and out of the box thinkers that every day prove that the world economy will progress ahead only when there is a sense of nonconformism as well as out of the box thinking. According to Fortune magazine, out of the top 8 most valuable companies in the world, 6 are purely IT driven. The other two, whereas, are reaping from the benefits of the non-conventional job sector or unconventional job sector. In this case, I am referring to the IT sector here. Change is inevitable. As we develop, as we evolve, there will always be highs and lows. I'd like to take the example according to Shiksha.com. 52% of the students who cleared the IIT JEE advanced examination in 2020 did so by means of self study. They accessed material and question banks available online. This material and question bank was prepared by conventional teachers but made available to them by unconventional web developers and marketed by graphic designers. This proves that unconventional jobs provide wings to conventional jobs. Without unconventional jobs, everything we do online wouldn't be available to us. Now, I'd like to conclude my speech by saying that our brick and mortar houses are made homes by interior designers. Our memories in photos are framed for life by photographers. Our clothes are made more stylish by fashion designers. It is these unconventional jobs that provide value, innovation, and color to our otherwise normal lives. This is why I'd like to end my argument by saying that we should encourage the young generations to pursue something unconventional and hence path breaking. I'd like to thank the jury for giving me this opportunity to speak, and I'd like to rest my argument here.
Yes, Mahveen, go on.
Thank you for the opportunity. The speaker has mentioned that spoken about Jeff Bezos and Mr. Ritesh. But what about other people like other small work, others unknown people like Ramesh, Suresh, and Mukesh? Do you know them? They have tried and put all their resources for these unconventional dreams, but they have been crushed. What about those people? Not everyone are able to achieve their dreams. Then what? But conventional jobs provide that security. They don't let you go nowhere. So how can you say that all everyone will be successful? And conventional jobs don't offer security.
All right, thank you for your interjection. I'd like to answer you by stating that even if you are in a conventional job and you don't progress in your career, there is no point in being in that conventional job. There will always be a group of people who will do better than other people. This is the basis of capitalism. This is why unconventional jobs have a factor of risk. Now, Bill Gates and Paul Allen, the founders of Microsoft, dropped out of school. The year they dropped out of school, there are hundreds of students who dropped out. Do you know them? No. Because unconventional jobs are purely based on ability. Before taking a calculated risk, you must be sure that you are willing to pursue this risk. That's what defines you as an unconventional entrepreneur. If I have an idea, I am willing to take the risk to implement this idea. I believe in my idea and it works. There is a very few number of people for whom this works. If it works for them, they'll provide jobs to conventional workers. So it's a win-win situation.
Wonderfully answered. Maybe you don't look satisfied. Why is that?
At first, the speaker was implying that unless you are talented enough, you will be crushed. But many ideas being even more creative and later being stolen by other people who are later successful, those people with creative ideas, they will crush. It's not just about ability, it's about opportunities as well. You cannot always trust, you cannot, blame the creativity that the person was not creative enough that this idea was crushed.
So, but then where is the question of conventional and unconventional come into being?
The speaker mentioned, I have asked my simple question to the speaker was, he was talking about the successful entrepreneurs and the people with unconventional jobs who are at high positions. But those people, other people, unknown people who we are not aware of, who have put everything to, fulfill their dreams, but for some reason they were, not able to fulfill them. But the answer given by them was, by the speaker was they weren't capable enough. If their idea was strong enough, they would be successful, which is highly, very bad to say, like, feeling like this.
No. First of all, you're confusing. That's not what he said. Second of all, what he mentioned was at the end of Apoorv, didn't you say that conventional jobs gives rise to unconventional jobs gives rise to conventional jobs? That's what you said,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes.
What you are confusing it with that unconventional jobs or conventional jobs per se, they don't hold water. He never said that they don't hold water, but society will always value, and that is the basic of capitalism. That is the basis of capitalism. It is if you're talented enough, and if it is your idea strikes, and it is also not on talent basically. If it is basically success is what the it is opportunity plus preparation, right? If you're prepared for an opportunity, then only you'll be successful. Sometimes that opportunity might not strike, that's also true, but then it is a calculative risk which a person takes, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. And coming on to the fact that you mentioned that conventional jobs like HR and accounting and everything will still be there, they will not be. Trust me, they will not be. They will be replaced by a software, they will be replaced by data analytics.
We cannot depend on that, sir, and it's very clear to
That
know. We are
is
not yet
that
sure
is
about it.
your point of view. But if you go out, trust me, conventional jobs and read the reports. You don't have to trust me. Read the reports, and then you'll get to know. But that is
Could
what
I,
I feel.
if
If
possible,
you
could I add
don't
a point?
Yes, approve.
I just like to add one point. I'd like to take another example. If Steve Jobs would have decided to go for a conventional job,
He would be
or
working in Microsoft. There
or
would
Bill
be no
Gates would have
Apple.
decided to go for a conventional job, would we be having this debate online during the pandemic? We wouldn't. These entrepreneurs, they're fueled by their passion for their idea. If now we've come a long way. There were only 5 computers in the world. Now a technology has been democratized by Microsoft and Apple. If these people would have gone for a conventional job, you wouldn't know Apple or Microsoft. But since they believed in their idea, since they knew that this idea has potential, that they can put a laptop in every house, that is why Apple is Apple and Microsoft's Microsoft.
Right. All
So,
right.
may I add
sorry,
my
if you don't
argument?
mind.
Debate is over, guys. Relax. We can have a group discussion after a while. Both the jury members are present here. they are also not free. They have their prior commitments with people. Alka ma'am अभी भी message कर रही है live show पे. All right.
That's I understand.
Can't help it. The school doesn't stop,
I
while I
know,
was
ma'am.
listening to conventional and unconventional. But like I said, the online has, not kept the timings that we used to earlier have in mind. Online is 24/7. You are, on phone. So
Right.
I guess you caught me at the wrong time. But animated discussion, I was enjoying, conventional vis-a-vis unconventional, and of course, your point of view that you were just stating, wherein we just had one workshop by Jitin Chawla and a well-known, renowned counselor. So he was also mentioning what are saying about unconventional and about how jobs are going to be taken over by data analysts, by AI, and all these things. So I was enjoying it. Well, back to you.
So,
Yes, ma'am. Kavitha
uh,
ma'am, over to you.
I agree with Alka, ma'am. One thing is, I would want to say is, we as principals or teachers had a conventional job of sitting at our desk with just paper and pen in our hand or a chalk and talk method in the classroom. So we became a little unconventional, going online and working 24 bar 7, as she
Exactly.
rightly said. So we had a 9 to 5 to 24 bar 7. So a practical example in our lives is that I'm sure for students as well, it's a little unconventional way of learning online teaching. So, perfect example would be that. And
Exactly. We are having this debate online is the perfect
yes,
example of being unconventional.
I couldn't think of a live streaming of a debate like this 2 years back.
Right.
So,
I
so
tried doing that to be very honest, and the technology was so limited at that point of time,
yeah,
and it
true,
was so
yeah.
costly.
So yeah, I really enjoyed today's session and children, all the best. You have one of you said you're a lawyer, right? I think Arunav.
Ma'am,
Arunav, right?
I aspire to be one.
he is
Yes,
aspiring to be
you'll make
one.
a very good lawyer. Trust me.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right.
And I hope to take up our cases.
Definitely.
Well, can I just say, take 1 minute
Ma'am,
on.
all yours.
Yeah, yes, yes. So see, I was just entirely, I mean, I was really, really happy listening to the viewpoints of the young generation. And in fact, and of course, like Kavitha ji mentioned about him saying that he's going to be a lawyer. Well, lawyers also change, wherein we never heard of corporate lawyer, and now we have more and more students going in for corporate law and things like that. So then we have so many streams in law as well. But see, just from the point of view of a debater, and of course preparing students for debating, I just felt, well, it's a suggestion. You all have wonderfully presented your viewpoints, your arguments, your responses. It's just that, and of course, like Kavitha ji said, all the best to you all. And I'm sure you all are in your senior classes. And I wish you all the best for your, of course, the career that you choose and you take it the untrodden path, like there was a poem by Robert Frost. All of you must have already read that two roads diverged in the
Diverse.
wood, and I took the one less
Less
traveled by,
traveled
and that
path.
has made all the difference. So, see, I was waiting from any one of you to at least mention that. Because, see, when you start a debating, you definitely have a quote related to that. You definitely, you start first of all explaining as to what are you going to present? Like the meaning of it. We all know conventional and of course unconventional, but we wanted to see your viewpoint of conventional as to what do you mean by conventional and what do you mean by unconventional. So, and of course, you presented statistics, you presented well researched, your argument. So this is all that the debate is all about. So whether you're given 1 minute, whether you're given 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, but your debate should have a right mix of all these points. And whatever you say with a lot of conviction. Trust you me. I mean, you don't need a paper because if you have researched it, if you know what you are speaking, you don't need anything because words will come out of your mouth and they'll flow out of your mouth, not come out of your mouth. So
Yeah.
see, you can always refer to whatever. I know children, when it comes to English, children generally they do not in senior classes have so much time for English. And of course the books. Books have lovely poems. You can refer those the beautiful lines from poems or prose in your debates, in your speech to put your point across. And that adds, to the beauty of presenting your viewpoint. Well, I'm sure it was lovely listening to all of you, and I'm sure you will do very well. But this was just my suggestion, and I'm sure you people will always have it in your mind next time. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alka ma'am, for those lovely words of encouragement and so that point of view. So I do have the marks with me. Again, these are not the full marks, so the audience will also decide. But right now, let me tell you who is ahead. So Arunav and Apoorv are ahead of the competition, but that's not the end game, right? This is not the end game. The audience and their comment section. So make sure Mahveen, Kanishk, Ayush, and Ayushi, you flood the audience remarks, and Arunav and Apoorv, you also watch it for your, ask your peeps to watch your back. So there we go, and the last winner of the yoga is Muskan Sharma. And again, contact the email ID and you'll get your prize. So, thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. Live chat के comments as well as after the video is over, the live video, the live session is over. उसके बाद जो comments हमारे subscribers छोड़ेंगे. So, for example, in case that only comment will be counted, which is for the subscriber or which is from the subscriber. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and then you comment on it. All right. So Ayushi, ask your friends to subscribe to the channel and comment, yeah, Ayushi, right? And score you accordingly. Kanish, you do the same. Mahveen, you do the same. Ayush, Arunav, Apoorv, you also do the same. And ask your principals to do the same as well. And help me out in my job as well. So thank you so much everyone for coming. And I had a lovely time. Thank you, Alka ma'am. Thank you, Kavitha ma'am, for taking time out for such a busy schedule. Alka ma'am को मैं पहले भी बुलाने की कोशिश कर रहा था क्विज में, but now I got to know you're supposed to be called on debates. So I got to know that. So thank you so much, Alka ma'am. It was pleasure having this session with you guys. Bye bye. Take care. Till then, stay safe. And the result will be announced 2 days after in another program. So you'll be notified. Don't worry. All right.
Uh, so will
Aruna,
we be able to get personalized feedback from the jury? That is usually,
personalized feedback will not at this point of time. What I'll do is I'll get you connected with the jury members and then you can get your feedback. All right?
okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem, Aruna. Always a lawyer, right?